Bakugou Katsuki. Bakugou doesn't like eating outside food. He always prefers his cooking over the processed crap that fast food chains and restaurants provide. So, if he were to take you out, chances are that he's not eating shit. He'd much rather watch you eat and be content while he just sips on a glass of water. So the one time that this grump is thoughtful enough to bring you out to eat on a date, his patience is tested, and by the waiter of all people. Bakugou doesn't appreciate the way your server keeps throwing you hard eyes whenever he passes your table. He's not stupid. He has eyes just like the average person does, and could see how attractive you were. So the fact that you'd get a few pairs of eyes on you was nothing out of the norm. However, the fact that someone was doing this so boldly right in front of him, in front of your boyfriend, either they're sick-skulled and could not pick up on the fact that you came here together, alone, on a date, or they were provoking him purposely. Either way, it pissed him off. See? Bakugou says, nodding his head across the room towards the waiter who kept giving you fleeting glances. This is why I said you should have food at home. Relax. He's harmless. You say, nudging your elbow onto your boyfriend's side to shake him from the dirtiest dank look he was throwing at the server. At any chance he could get, he's just doing his job. Oh, but Bakugou doesn't think so. Not at all. His eyes don't miss the way the waiter gets so fidgety whenever he hands you your plate, or how his eyes linger lower than they should whenever he comes to refill your glass. Bakugou hates it all, and God forbid if your waiter tries to flatter you with those that's on the house or at some mealines when they try to woo you with free dessert. Bakugou would be quick to snag the pint of ice cream from his grasp, shoving a spoonful of the treat into his mouth. She is lactose intolerant, so beat it. Knowing damn well you weren't. Katsuki, by the end of it all, when he was paying the bill for you, to which he begrudgingly left a tip for, on your behalf and yours alone, he makes sure to take you by the hand, fingers intertwined, with yours to say, "Okay, let's leave, babe. This shit's got me tired." Ensuring that the word babe rolled nice and slow off from the tip of his tongue. He asserts his dominance, all while being a pretty yet protective boyfriend. Todoroki Shouto. Honestly, Todoroki's gonna miss the first few signs that your server may be trying to get with his special other, but that's all because this man only has his sights focused on you. He adores watching how good you become whenever your orders come by, or how you urge him to taste some of your food. So, what's the event for tonight? You two came here as friends? Your server would ask you directly, not really caring for Todoroki's answer. His back would even be facing your boyfriend every time he swung around. And that's when things began to go downhill. Oh, you laughed to dial down the tense atmosphere that had suddenly swirled around your particular booth. Todoroki was still, and you don't mess away his jaw tenses at the friend's title I'm her boyfriend. Actually, Todoroki interjects with a clipped tone. He frowns at his food, picking at the plate with an uninterested glare. We're together. You thought that would have been enough for the guy to cool it down on his flirtatious tendencies. But God, no. I can see why. He casts a playful wink your way. You're a very beautiful girl. Your eyes bug out at his bold confession, and a concerned smile graces your lips. All while Todoroki doesn't even bother masking the fact of how peeved he is. Without his knowledge, Todoroki's quirk is set off, and the table is encased in a layer of his glossy gold eyes, all from the power of his right hand. And as soon as your waiter leaves you to your own devices, Todoroki is quick to act. He wastes no time in switching seats to get up from his spot, only for him to slide into your side of the booth that he could be seated right next to you. How irritating. He does under his breath, taking a harsh tap at his food. For the rest of your date night, Todoroki acts hard-headed, making the job 10 times harder than it needed to be for the waiter. Anytime he tried to hand you your plate or a new glass, Todoroki would absolutely not move an inch. So to get to you, the guy would have to go through him first, quite literally. That, or you'd have to politely ask your stuck boyfriend to move out of the way, to which Shouto would respond with a curt, "Hurry on with it." You've never seen him act so out of character, which, you'd admit, kinda attractive. The same law-abiding guy that you once knew was now prompting you to engage in a dine and dash with him. To put it short, you two never stepped foot in that restaurant again. Midoriya Izuku. Midoriya would do the absolute most out of the three to show that you two are in fact dating, as a means to shoo away his competition. He is not big on confrontation. If anything, he'd try his damn best to avoid it. So he'd probably opt out of the option of telling the waiter to directly quit hitting on his SO. Rather, Midoriya would always bring up the subject of your next upcoming dates with him. So, whenever the server still happens to pass by, he'd go, "So, for our next date, where would you like to go? Anywhere away from here?" And he'd play footsies under the table with you to try and induce a laugh to show how much fun you two were having. That, or he'd ask for your hand across the table so you could hold it and graze his thumb against the palm of your hand. He is very passive-aggressive about this, making sure that his love for you is being shown, but in a very loud and brazen fashion. Hell, he'll even step out of his comfort zone and go as far as to ask you to spoon-feed him some of your food. May I try some of your food? And if that doesn't work, excuse me, but does your restaurant celebrate anniversaries? Midoriya would question once he's managed to successfully flag down the opposing male to your table. Because you see, my girlfriend and I are celebrating our second-year anniversary today, and she's really hoping if you'd put something together for that. The way you'd have to bite down on your tongue to hold back the laughter that threatened to echo out past your lips. Watching Midoriya become all territorial over you is one thing, but for him to go to such lengths and pin it on you, Midoriya's pride swells at the fact that a look of dejection flashes across the server's face the moment the word girlfriend was enough to linger through the air. You'd have to sit and watch as the entire staff and kitchen would come out from the back, bringing you 2 cake and playing their song to celebrate you both. All while, it wasn't even your damn anniversary. Midoriya, on the other hand, was enjoying it all, flaunting off your relationship with him. To scare off potential homewreckers was the highlight of his night out with you.